Good morning. Today is July 19th, and today is, as I mentioned in the market pulse today morning, the Sensex pretty much started about its peak 81,563, I believe, and there was definitely some drop. And right now, I'm using 1 hour time frame. It would be between 80,424 and then 81,574, and this with a probability of close to about I think 84%. And then by looking at, let's see if I go to 15 minutes, I think the top pretty much just stays there, and then the bottom obviously there is some change with a 70% probability, and then going with the 45 minutes, top again stays there. At the bottom there is some bit of a change with about 75%. Sensex wouldn't really cross this number, which is 81,600 at this point of time. But then we are in our new future, so anything can happen. But right now, that is the assumption that I'm actually taking. On top side for today, I put a very strict stop loss. I think I'll not stop loss, probably a strict overall loss about I think probably 3 lakhs or whatever. This is that I'll take a call. So suppose if I'm able to really get into net zero today, I might probably want to exit and then not to get into a lot of complications out there. I think probably I might get into net zero if Sensex works. So Sensex actually showing at about 2.64, and then currently this is about 2.55. I hope both works. I'll probably get into net zero, and then I will exit. So that's why I'll be able to reduce the losses. When I say exit, I'll probably not exit all the positions, but then some positions. That's the thinking right now. And right now I can only hope and pray that Sensex doesn't give any trouble. Yeah, which is unfortunate. Hope and pray can't be the trading strategy, but with the technical issues, we just can't do anything. All right. Yeah, I do not want to really infuse a lot of capital. I'll keep that capital with me for some time, and then maybe later I might want to do mid-cap Nifty, looking on how the direction, etc. All right. Have a great remaining day. Welcome back. Time is at about 1:40 work. I was a little occupied in the morning, so I couldn't do a video. But however, this is we are left with another I believe 2 hours or so. But right now, Sensex is pretty much between these lines that I drew in the morning, which is around 81,600, and midpoint is at about 81,000. And the bottom is about, I think I did change a little bit here because there was some bit of a movement in the channel. So 80,357, or I would say 80,500. I think that's what probably it will mostly end. We have another 2 hours, as I said, anything can happen. But right now, my positions, I definitely moved from here to here. And then also I did tinker some of the movements around the PE as well. And before I do anything, let me get on to Sensex. 1 second. Here you go. So Sensex overall, I'm looking at the full day and also change in the OI. So today 81,000, 81,003 is definitely quite stronger, and also that is stronger compared to put OI. That's interesting. So I do have positions, I think 80,700 and then 81,200. I do have 1 to 2 protections here, but it's pretty much closed, and I probably do not want it to come a lot more closer to the spot price here. If there is an up move, the downfall or down move a little later in the day, I think it's going to really impact. But right now, whenever I do have the strict stop losses for these orders, so that I would not really end up into losses. So these are all my positions at this point of time. I think there was definitely significant change from what we saw in the morning, at least from the P&L perspective. Right now, Sensex, I think. Yeah, right. Sensex, as I said, I moved some positions, and most of these moves are pretty much automated. I did not really get into manual execution today. Yeah, if everything goes well, it gives about 4.89 lakhs, and Nifty is a little tricky. Nifty, there was some movement from morning to evening, pretty much it has stayed, I think, a bit bearish overall. So I have exited the 20,050 and then moved on to 25,000, And 25,000 seems to have great resistance at this point of time. And let me, okay, I think I also did some position. Looks like, yeah, this is the put one. Mainly because the market was falling. I just wanted to protect the portfolio. That's the reason this actually put got activated. But I'll keep this for some time and then see if there are any eventual instance. I will probably get rid of this put. This is basically, as you can see here, right? So in case if the market falls further, so I would be able to really maximize the returns. Obviously, it will not save from, obviously it's not saved from losses, eventual losses, but it will only maximize the return. This is basically one of the optimization technique. While if the market falls, obviously I'm going to lose some money. In fact, I can show you with and without the put here. Where is put here? Here you go. So now, as you can see, it's pretty much just stayed 22 lakhs throughout. But right now, as I added put, as the market falls, I do get more money, and then as the market reverses, I do get less money. Mainly because of the put. Maybe if the market reverses, I'll have to compensate with one more call this side. The reason I want to do that is that being a budget week, there could be high probability of premiums getting raised and also and then so weeks. That's the main reason. That's probably the only reason. I think that's all for now. There is nothing I need to raise. Here you can see as the market is falling, put actually gained a little bit. I think that's the main reason I wanted to really keep. And also, anyway, I have a good amount of losses here at this point of time, so it will definitely compensate if further falls. I'll be able to definitely get some compensation here. And I probably, when I get on to the closer to today's evening, I'll reduce the quantity to less than 10,000. I do not want to carry heavy loaded positions to tomorrow. Overall, I used about 2.7 crores here, and then for Sensex, as I was saying earlier, I do not want to put heavy loaded capital. Right now, I used only 2.77. I'm still left with some capital. I think probably maybe 50 lakhs, I think. Yeah, it's about 45, I think. Yeah, that's right. Time is at about 3:32, and this is 45 minutes chart, and pretty much it's ended between these two. I think I wasn't expecting, when I said these two, 80,400 and then 81,600. But then I wasn't expecting a fall here. I think that's where I have to close, and goodness and bad news. Good news is that good that I did not end up in losses, and the bad news is I would probably, my original strategy was definitely to see only, but then yesterday did not work, so that's where I thought I'll definitely not to do that today. And I think overall I gained some money, but it's not what I wanted, but that's all right. So interestingly, in 45 minutes chart, Sensex took a bit of a support in this region. I think yesterday this was a made-up spike, looks like, because of the Nifty expiry. Pretty much stayed here. So Monday, I would expect definitely some bit of a up move, but let's see. We never know. That's the thing. And let me quickly get onto my positions, and overall it shows about 2.41 lakhs loss, but then this is because of, in fact, the Sensex I was at close to 4 lakhs profit, but then the last 30 minutes there was a bit of a confusion, so I had to quickly exit. I did not want to really end up in red today, but if I was in a, let's say, profit of about 10 lakhs, I would have taken some risk, but 4 lakhs is anything can happen. That's the reason I had to really close when there was a downfall at about, I think, 3 o'clock or so. That's all right. As I said, at least I'm in green. And coming back to Nifty, if I get off my overnight position, so I would end up probably about 4.21 lakhs profit, sorry. And then I know, so this position, I'll have to see how do I manage. So there is definitely some bit of a, there's going to some impact if I do not really, if, there's going to some impact if market falls further. But then I have a counter position here, which is PE, which I bought this at 25,000 PE. And that I think might save me. But Monday, I'm expecting, if not a bullish, at least a flat day. And then So next week, I'm not planning to do day trading because it's going to be monthly expiry for pretty much all the indexes. So I will mostly do, even if I do day trading, I will exit whenever I get, let's say, 1 lakh profit. I do not want to really wait for too much of a losses, or maybe I'll take a fixed profit and fixed loss strategy rather than adjusting, etc. I think there's a plan for Monday, in fact, entire next week, and I would resume trading after a week or so, once the next week expiry gets over. I think overall the day trading becoming quite stressful, and also there are a lot of spikes that are happening, right? Sometimes it feels that it's not worth doing. But next week I'll take call. As I said, next week my intention was to not to make profits, but at least not to lose money. I think, as I said last week, I would be probably around 3 to 4% on monthly basis for my capital. So that's where I'm at this point of time. I'll do a bit of a calculation over the weekend. I think that's all. And I'm planning to share my verified P&L, which I did not do. That's actually a combination of Sensex and then apologies. That's a combination of my stock portfolio and also definitely the profits that I got from FNO, obviously after all the taxes, etc. So that's the thing. And also I know I did write a post on the Zerodha to move out of Zerodha, but right now still discovering where to go. And I was thinking of one broker, but then today because of the Microsoft issues, they got impacted. I do not want to really name the broker. And yeah, I think we'll have to keep an eye and then see. I look, nothing is certain from the technology perspective. There were quite a bit of glitches. Overall, I will take a call, I think probably this month, definitely, because there is a massive portfolio that I need to move, and I do not want to do it in a hurry. And also I do not want to really stick on to a platform where I had some challenges and definitely some bit of a customer support issues, all those things. So combined, I'll take a call, and I think that's all for now, and have a great remaining day and a happy weekend, and see you all next week. Bye-bye.